Coming up this morning on DC News Now, a clear request from the Teamsters Union to the White House: don't step in.
Yeah, where the negotiations with UPS stand this morning as a massive strike looms, plus a driver crashes into a Prince George's County hospital. What investigators are saying about that crash. But first, Jackie.
Yeah, we're talking about the heat again today. We'll see those high temperatures, upper 80s to low 90s, and mainly dry today. Also tracking a little bit of that haze. I'll have more details on that coming up.
And 2 Orange Line stations officially reopened this morning after more than a month of repairs. But more closures on the way. We've got details coming up.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock now on a Monday morning. We're starting you off with a live look outside, a warm start, and it's mostly dry right now, but you can see it's already a little bit hazy out there. Yikes. All right, well, thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanique, we have more on your traffic in just a moment. Almost said forecast. Imagine that.
Traffic forecast. Traffic forecast.
Yes.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, she's
2 in 1.
Well, no, she's forecasting the roads.
True.
And the traffic times.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully it won't be too bad, though.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, how's the forecast, though, for folks out there heading out?
Well, if you're heading out right now, not too bad. So if you're trying to get that morning run done, I would say do that right about now as opposed to later, just because we're going to be tracking a little bit more of that haze associated with some of that Canadian wildfire smoke building back into our area. So you'll likely notice that, or at least look up at the sky and see that it's a bit milky or a bit hazy. Satellite radar, though, out there right now, we are dry. We have a cold front farther off towards the north and west, back over towards Chicago, and that will be moving in for tomorrow. That will be bringing us a chance, or a better chance, I should say, of some showers and thunderstorms later in the day tomorrow. We do have some visibility reduction in terms of the fog, down to about 1 mile in Woodstock, 5 in Culpeper and Fredericksburg. Did just drop down to about 8 miles not too long ago in the district. That wildfire smoke forecast showing us more of that haze over the course of the next several hours, and even into the early afternoon across the DC Metro, and even for our eastern zones, even right along I-95. Something to keep in mind for later on today. Those high temperatures, though, climbing upper 80s to low 90s. Right around 90 is what we'll stick around with through the next several days. More details on that coming up. Shanika's back. Now checking those roads. How's it looking?
All right, so it's looking a little better out there, Jackie. We were talking about this crash in Northern Virginia. Inner loop right near Georgetown Pike. You're still seeing some flashing lights there, and they're working to clear that car up out of the roadway. You should be all good to go before the morning rush. The rest of your roadways, other than that one stretch of delays you're dealing with, looking good. The Capitol Beltway, top side, lower side, everything is looking good and clear.
Thank you, Shanika. Your time right now is 6:02 on a Monday.
Yeah, let's take a look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. Part of a Prince George's County hospital is closed this morning after a driver slammed into the building's ICU yesterday. This happened at Adventist Healthcare Medical Center in Fort Washington, Maryland, just after 10:30. Police say no one was injured.
In Arlington County, officials say they will not be using ranked choice voting in the county board general election in November. That method was used in the county's primary election last month. This comes after more than half of voters say they did not understand how to use this new voting method.
And federal student loan borrowers may be paying more on the amount they borrowed. New data from NerdWallet reveals interest rates for 2023 to 2024 are the highest they've been in at least a decade. Financial experts say interest rates for undergraduate direct subsidized loans have not been as high since 2009 to the 2010 school year. All right, some good news for Northern Virginia commuters this morning.
That is right. Orange Line construction is now done, and the Vienna and Dunn Loring stations are back open. Our Lex Warris live at the Vienna station this morning with what you need to know about the improvements. Lex, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya, and it's a good morning if you are a Fairfax County commuter. The Vienna and Dunn Loring stations back open after a month and a half of improvements to the rail. They're open back up this morning. Now, for the past month and a half, what has been happening is part of the summer's construction improvement projects, all part of Metro's plans for this summer to make sure that they're keeping all of Metro Rail up and going. Now, engineers replaced about 25 miles of rail on the Orange Line. They're some of the oldest tracks in the system of that original 40-year-old steel. Now, also, they cleared out some plants that were growing around the system and installed some fiber optic lines while they were doing that construction. Well, this construction on the Orange Line is done, but there is another phase of that summer construction. Next, it's going to hop over into Maryland starting on Saturday. Service on part of the Green Line will close for a little over a month. This is going to impact Prince George's County commuters. The line closing from the Fort Totten station to Greenbelt. Now, Red Line service at Fort Totten will still be available. Metro is also going to be offering some free shuttle service between those closed stations. And as summer construction continues, Metro is just recommending that commuters do factor in a little more time as they're trying to get to their commute to make sure that they're not late getting anywhere that they need to go in the mornings or in the evenings. As far as those Northern Virginia commuters, everything now is going to be smooth sailing for them, especially if you're taking the Orange Line. Live in Vienna, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Time right now is 6:04. One person is left without a home this morning after a fire broke out at a house in Northwest D.C. Officials say it happened on 1st Street around 1 o'clock this morning. Fire and EMS say there were no injuries. Investigators are still trying to figure out how that fire started. And firefighters responded to a fire at a Cava restaurant in Tinleytown. It happened just before 9:30 last night near Wisconsin Avenue and Warren Street. Officials say the fire started in the kitchen. They tell us an extinguisher was used to put out the flames. DC Fire and EMS say 3 employees were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Your time right now is 6:05 this morning. A Prince George's County ICU remains closed this morning after a car slammed into the hospital where it was located. Now, this all happened at the Adventist Healthcare Medical Center in Fort Washington, Maryland yesterday. Police say the driver involved was in a street race when they lost control and crashed into the building. The car narrowly missed patients who were on the other side of that wall. Officials and witnesses say this was a close call.
This could have been a lot worse. Everybody was moved out of the ICU and into other areas of the hospital. Some patients were transferred to other facilities.
It's ridiculous to be going that fast coming down this street. That's unnecessary and very dangerous for this stretch of road.
All of the patients impacted have been relocated. Police say the driver involved received several citations.
And some people in Prince George's County, they tell us they're frustrated with long hospital wait times, specifically in the emergency room. And now they're asking county leaders to step in and help. The County Council's Board of Health Committee plans to listen to the community about what they say they're experiencing. The group also plans to hear from hospitals as well. Now, while leaders say staffing shortages may play a role, they also believe something needs to be done sooner than later.
The reality is that many of our residents are forced to leave and go to outside jurisdictions to receive care. But then what policies do we need to put in place to make it easier for those to provide quicker and faster services to residents in Prince George's County?
The meeting is at 10:30 this morning at the Wayne K. Administration Building in Largo.
In Arlington County, officials say they will not be using ranked choice voting in the county board election in November. That method was used in the county's primary elections last month. This comes after officials held a public comment period on this new voting system. A new Arlington County board report found that more than half of voters did not understand ranked choice voting. That report also found almost 1/3 of people had a negative experience with this voting method.
It has been 1 year since the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration introduced the 988 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number connects people with local crisis centers and resources to help them during a mental health emergency. Officials say the lifeline is available 24 hours a day in more than 240 languages. According to the organization, the lifeline has received over 23 million calls since its launch. The agency also says numerous studies found callers were significantly less likely to feel depressed and suicidal after speaking with the counselor on the lifeline. Meantime, if you or anyone else is experiencing a mental health emergency, you can find more resources at vibrant.org. The site offers more specific lifelines for mental health emergencies, including a hotline for first responders of the COVID-19 pandemic. They also offer coping tools and activities to help you clear your mind during a mental health emergency.
And more than 800,000 student loan borrowers are getting some good news. The Department of Education says it's forgiving about $39 billion in student debt. The U.S. Education Secretary says that the agency fixed a system error. Now, thousands of borrowers who fell through the cracks of an income-based program are getting credit for the payments they already made. The agency says this was in the works even before the Supreme Court struck down the administration's broader student loan forgiveness program.
I think it's a strong message too to the whole country that we're not done fighting for our students. Yes, I'm confident that we're going to do what we can to provide debt relief where we can.
Officials say that those people will start to see their balances adjusted in the next 30 days. The department will also work to identify other people who are eligible. And federal student loan interest rates for the 2023-2024 are the highest in at least a decade. That means borrowers will pay back more on the amount they borrow. That is all according to data from NerdWallet. They say direct subsidized and unsubsidized loans for undergraduates are up about 5%. Direct unsubsidized loans for graduates are up more than 6.5%.
And happening now, writers and actors continue to strike as part of Hollywood's biggest labor dispute in over 6 decades. It is also the first strike featuring both actors and writers since 1960. Now, the two unions are hitting the picket line over residual payments in the streaming era, as well as the introduction of artificial intelligence in filmmaking. Now, the president of the Teamsters Union says he asked the White House to stay out of the UPS labor dispute if they decide to strike. This as negotiations between the shipping company and the union have come to a standstill. The two sides are working toward a compromise before its current contract runs out in 2 weeks. Meantime, UPS says it will begin training non-union delivery drivers as the threat of a strike gets closer. The shipping company says the move is temporary and will not impact service to customers. The Teamsters Union called the move, quote, an insult to the hardworking men and women of the company. And United Airlines is agreeing to give union pilots some pretty big raises. The airline and pilots union says it reached a deal on a new labor contract that would raise pilot pay up to about 40% over the next 4 years. Now, this follows over 4 years of bargaining and talks of a strike. The union says the contract still needs to be officially passed by a vote.